Oh, you get to do my favorite part. We have to sync the audio, so we have to clap.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah.
After a countdown of 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
I don't know if that one was perfect. We should try again.
1, 2, 3. That one never went Hello, hi, and welcome, peoples, persons, and background characters, to another episode of Spinning Tales, a podcast. Maybe. A place where we acknowledge that we are all an amalgamation of stories still being told, and we do our very best to draw out the storyteller in each of us. I am a human exclamation mark named Jess. I am joined by one friend who is a human question mark, Britt. Say hi, Britt.
Hi.
And as you've probably seen in the thumbnail and in the teaser, we have a third friend here today. This is a human semicolon? Regular colon. Jane!
Yay! I do like regular colons. They're better for you.
I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, I was trying not to go there, but I love that you went there. That's so good.
I mean, if you're gonna be a colon.
That's
also,
true.
isn't your favorite piece of like punctuation an ampersand?
M dash.
An M dash.
An M dash is
You
really
should
good.
be an M dash.
Wow.
Yes, I do love M dashes.
Only I had thought of that before I sat down and just randomly said a thing.
But now I'm a regular colon.
Now
You're
she's a regular colon.
Which is also probably more healthy for you than an M dash.
That's- I don't know. M dashes sound pretty fast.
Pretty fast.
Dash. Dash. Da-da. Don't copyright us. Hanson is very old. It's fine. It's cool. Okay, it's fine. Welcome.
Yay.
So we're really excited to have you. This is our friend Jane. You've heard of her at least once, for sure, because our first episode just dropped last week as of the recording of this. And there will be many episodes between then and now. And when you're seeing this. But this is my favorite elementary school teacher who lives next door. Jane.
Yay! I'm really excited that I get to be on here. I feel like I am the original background character.
Yes, you have been
That's very
instrumental
true.
to the creation of this podcast. Maybe.
Yes, we took so much of your feedback. It was like very important to us. And they're like, oh, we love creative people, and she has things to say, and it helped informing this and what it is to be. Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's really cool to hear. This podcast is just so fun. Like, I feel like collaborative storytelling is like something like that's kind of my favorite type of storytelling. Like, I've tried, like when I was younger, like I tried writing novels on my own, and I feel like anything that I write just by myself does like meh. But when I feel like writing is just so much more fun when you have other people who are part of the process. And I feel like the ideas just bounce off so much more when you have other people.
I don't disagree.
I don't disagree. I do disagree with you that everything that you write on your own falls flat. Maybe when you were younger, but you have written a D&D campaign that we are currently playing that is rocking my world. It's like really good. Anyway, yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like part of it is like D&D is by nature a very collaborative thing. Like, it's not like I'm making the story in isolation. I'm basing stuff off of, like, there is decades of history to the campaign that we're in. There's so much more material than I actually need. And then, like, just playing, like, I'm playing with you guys and, like, our other friends who are part of the campaign, and the characters that you have, the things that you want, the way that you want to play D&D, like, all completely changes how, like, the stuff that I create.
Yeah. I just want to let you guys know at home that she actually gave me nightmares.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it the leeches?
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't know. New achievement unlocked. It wasn't a new one. It was just the one I told you about where they were like trying to come after me. It was, yeah. Anyway.
I mean,
this is all your fault.
this is fair. Collaborative. No. I mean, like, I hear you, and I'm not gonna like beat it dead, but like most of Inverville is something that you built, right? Like their starting town.
The place that we didn't want to leave because it was.
I wanted to leave.
I feel like at the same time though, like I feel like I feel like it's hard for ideas to exist like in isolation. Like you get ideas from somewhere.
Yeah.
I got a lot of ideas from going online, looking at Pinterest, from learning how to make a world map and going, what do I think that is? What does that shape look like? Yeah. That looks like a mountain. We're gonna have a mountain there. That looks like a flatland. That's what that's gonna be.
You know, you're not wrong, but let me tell you a secret. Every writer does that. That's just called research.
Yeah.
So I think, like, yeah, I get you. But you don't live in a vacuum, and no idea is new. It just has a new skin. But the skin is what makes it flavorful. I don't know why I'm thinking of fried chicken.
No.
Right, it does. The skin is the best part.
Of the fried chicken.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't like that sentence. I did not like that statement. We're moving on. It's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, we actually do need to move on. So something that we've been trying to do is keep ourselves on task.
Oh yeah.
And we're doing an excellent job of it thus far. And no, I'm actually really glad that we got to like sit and talk because this is how we know. So the next thing.
Can that be one of the transitions?
No.
You just
It probably will be though. Probably will be.
You should play that sound while we're doing our typing.
Okay, all right, okay. So I want to know, because you are actually one of the most avid readers I've ever met in my life, from small child to now, even though like as adults it is harder for us to get into reading because life is life, but what kind of stories have you been intaking? And this doesn't necessarily have to be, what have you been like imbibing from the stories? Doesn't necessarily have to be in book form. Could be in TV form, it could be in music form, could be in webtoon form. Like what stories have you
So
That was beautiful.
I have not been an avid reader lately. So the thing was, a couple months ago, I finished the Stormlight Archives, which like
finished all the way.
I finished all 5 of the books.
Okay, you didn't tell me that. We should have caught up.
What?
Because
I didn't tell you.
You didn't tell me that.
I told you.
No. We have 3 minutes, guys.
Okay, we don't have to talk about that, but I've been waiting until you finish it so that we can geek out together. And
I'm so sorry. I thought I told you.
I've been trying not to talk about it, but we can talk about it more. Okay, yeah, this is so good.
So good. And then
it's over and you're ruined.
So I started reading some of the like extra content that he has, but I started reading the one about one of the characters that I deeply love, and he is being such a sad. It's Sunlit Man, and book 5 he is like up here flying high, and then this follow-up book he is like devastated sad boy.
I want to cry.
And
he turns into such a pamp.
This sad boy is just breaking my heart so much that I can't, I'm having a very hard time getting through it.
Yeah.
So Sunlit Man, I've been procrastinating on reading all summer long.
We understand.
Because it's just such vibes. I've read maybe a couple chapters here and there.
Yeah.
But I love Brandon Sanderson. He's my favorite author.
Yes.
That is the highest tier of stuff for me. But other than that, let's see. Ben and I have been watching the anime Castlevania.
Oh.
Love Castlevania. It is.
I did not know you had started that.
Yes, we're on season 2 of it. It is very gory hijinks. I love all of
Good
the vampires. Yeah. Yes, good storytelling. And then You got me into Midnight Burger. I finished Midnight Burger.
Huzzah.
Recently.
You finished? Okay.
Huzzah.
Yes.
Huzzah. Huzzah.
Midnight
We're
Burger.
trying to
So
convert
good.
everybody. By
Everyone.
the end, the secret mission of this podcast is to make people listen to Midnight Burger.
If you're watching this and you haven't listened to Midnight Burger, what
are
are
you
you doing? Why are
doing?
you watching this when you could be listening to Midnight Burger?
Well. But also very valid. But also very valid. Cannot.
I feel like it's like everybody who like had a like Doctor Who phase. This is like a like grown up Doctor Who phase.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So if you like Doctor Who,
Way less
thing to
whimsy.
Way less whimsy.
it's got whimsy.
got
It has
whimsy.
whimsy,
Way
but
less.
less of it.
It's got whimsy and like
Grounded in this one.
yeah.
Fascism is everywhere, even in the universe. Hey, don't let that stop you from listening to it. It's so good.
It's very good.
It's so good. Even if everybody on the planet listened to it, it still would not have enough love in my eyes. I just get on board.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. We've been watching a show called Alone.
Oh yeah.
Which is not a fiction. It's like a survivalist show. And we're really excited because we watched a few of the more recent seasons, and now we're going back and starting with season 1. And it's really cool just to see how people survive.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was in like 4th grade, like 4th, 5th grade, I went through this phase where I only read survivalist fiction because I went to a small private school,
Okay.
and we had a very small library, and
that 9
I
years
read every what?
9 years old?
Yeah,
Okay,
like
I'm
10.
not judging.
I was
not
Are
probably
you
judging.
an
10.
anxious person today?
Yes.
Am I an anxious person? I am always an anxious person.
I mean, there's other things that would contribute, but like,
It's the portion when Brittany's on the couch and starts diagnosing.
I'm not diagnosing. I was
It's just like,
inquiring.
I kind of ran out of books, and there was this guy named, I don't know if I say his name correctly, but like Jim Kierkegaard, who only wrote books about like him and his dog surviving in the mountains.
Oh.
And I read all of his books at the age of 10.
Very good. Wow.
So like watching Alone is like, people are living out like what I grew up reading. I love this.
the original doom scrolling. What would I do? That's really cool. I don't think I could say I've ever read survivalist fiction. Like when you said that, I was like, what is that? My brain was like, I mean, that makes sense.
Did anyone ever make you read like Hatchet in elementary school? For some reason, like for me, and for like my nieces, who are like much younger than me, for some reason we all had to read Hatchet.
I may have been assigned it or where the red fern grows. Here's the thing: I've never read a book that I've read.
You've never read a book before?
I've read 3 books in my entire life. I'm 36 years old that were assigned to me. Otherwise, I don't like being told what to do.
You went through college.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I was just checking. Good job.
One of the
That's
books
impressive.
that I finished was in college. Otherwise, guys, if you're a good enough writer, you just gotta read like a third of the book.
Okay, I was a
Sorry, 1 second. Hi, if you're in college, ignore that thing that I just said.
Hey, if you're in high school, don't. If you're in school,
Ignore that thing I just said. It was a laugh. I didn't mean it.
I can add on to that.
Oh no, she's a teacher!
I was a lit major. And I perfected the art of, gosh, I haven't read Dorian Gray, but we're discussing it in class today. I'm going to crack it open while everybody else is discussing it. This page, I read 2 sentences of it, and it sounds interesting. Let me raise my hand and speak for 2 minutes on those 2 sentences I said, building off of what someone else said, and then let me flip to another page, and look how relevant that was. Like,
Wow. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hey?
I loved that. Wow, that was a wowing wow.
this is impressive work. I thought I was the queen of procrastination because I would also but I would skim some of the pages before class. Never. Wow. I'm
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
I've been outdone.
Which is, honestly, let's be honest, we were both in writing majors. You need to read yours all the way through.
If you don't, we're going to be really concerned.
I did psychology and art in my undergrad. You didn't.
Okay, it's fine.
Art, you can skip.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
art,
psychology-
we skip a lot of
Psychology,
things.
there's too many people out there skipping. Don't.
Yeah.
Hi. No. Okay, moving on. So today, because Jane is here, we want to do what we did in our first episode, which is ask the question, and we're going to do this with all of our guests for the first time they're on. What story do you feel like you need to hear right now, or what story are you what kind of stories or themes are you kind of obsessed with currently that you want to like have more of?
Okay. So I feel like my brain kind of like went two ways with that. Like, because like I could go kind of like the route that like you guys did on like the first one. Like there's definitely like things in the world that like I feel like it would be good to like hear stories about that would like make me feel better about things going on in the world. There's also like a week ago I had trouble sleeping and thought up a story.
Okay.
And like
What's it, their leeches?
no, unfortunately no
Okay.
leeches.
Okay, we can do it then.
That was all I needed. Tell us more.
So the one that I was that I thought up.
Yeah.
Okay, so so you know how like good writing comes from your experiences, right? And like people love to read things where they see themselves, and I don't see myself in a lot of literature. Okay. Specifically my experience, because even though I don't look like it, world, I'm Asian. And as the Asian community is very like, if you're like full Asian and you look at me, you're like, no, you're not Asian. Like I am. If there was like a clique of like Asian girls at school, I could not be a part of it because I don't look and I don't act enough Asian. Like I'm a quarter Vietnamese, but my mom was like raised full Vietnamese, like even though she's half. So I feel like even though I feel like I'm half Vietnamese while looking a quarter Vietnamese. And even that I'm like, of all of my cousins, I'm the most whitewashed looking. And then I feel like culturally, like it's always been this thing about like, I want to know and understand more of Vietnamese culture. I want to know what that is like. I want to be a part of it. But I feel like it's one of those things where like my grandma wanted us to be as white as we could be. Yeah. Like my mom is the only one of her siblings who still speaks Vietnamese because my grandma did not want her kids to speak it once they were in the States. Yeah. And my mom was the oldest sister, so she had to translate. Like that was the only reason she can speak. And then like it wasn't really like passed down to me. And I feel like even in learning about the culture, it's just hard because it's like, well, it's just easier to be American than to be Vietnamese. So another thing about me and how I tell stories, I have zero interest in realistic fiction.
That's fine.
Which, like, that's just me. I, like, if I were to pick up a book and it was realistic fiction, like, I would not finish it. I did finish some for book club, but that was like pulling teeth. It was very hard for me. I just, like, for me, I read to escape. Like, that's always what reading has been to me. So if I'm going to tell a story, like, I want it to
be an escape.
An escape of some sort. And I was thinking about, like, okay, what would it be like to tell the story of someone who, like, is, like, you know, basically like a younger me, like kind of like in between being American and wanting to be more Vietnamese. And like something like, okay, the storyline that I thought of is like, so my grandma died when I was like a preteen. What if I had inherited something that passed on some sort of power that made me kind of like aware of like the creatures from Vietnamese folktale. Because they're like Vietnamese folktales has a lot like, so I thought of this without knowing anything about Vietnamese folktales. And then fun stuff, I went to go like the next day, like start to like look up, okay, like what are the creatures of Vietnamese mythology? Because that's not something, my mom was like, no, I don't want anything to do with any of the folktales. Like my mom doesn't want that.
You were robbed of your bedtime stories.
Yes.
That makes me sad.
But like even Googling it, like I found the most stuff on a Reddit thread where it was like, like, hey guys, does anyone actually know any? Like, oh, like here's the one that was told to me, because all of it is like very like oral, like passed on by oral tradition. So it's not like I can like, you know, the way that you can go down to Barnes and Noble and get a book of like Irish mythology. Like you can't do that for Vietnamese mythology because it's just passed down to you. So it's like, I gotta go based off of this random Redditor being like, okay, so there was this story about like this guy in the ocean, and it was like, I don't really remember, man, but like...
I don't, but maybe.
And like, I don't know how to say any of the names because like,
We'll have Google on our side while we're
we will.
Okay, wait. I have a question. Because normally when we do this, we pick a thing and then we each write a separate thing. Is this a thing we're all going to write the same thing?
That is an option. So some options that I was thinking, right? It was like, okay, so we're going to like episode 2, maybe do a oral retelling where we're sitting here and we're building the story together. So we could do that. We could have it as one concise on, come to agreement on. Coming to agree on. I am not a speech therapist. Which I would...
any of us.
If we did that, I would volunteer you to do it because you're much better at getting story in points, and then we could like do it out later. Or I was thinking about like when she passed, I was young. What if I inherited something? And my brain was like, that'd be great to do as a 9-year-old, then 10 years later, and then 10 years later. But I don't know how that, but they would have to build on each other. So we would have to be like, okay, what did you write for the 9-year-old? Okay, great. I wrote this. Let me add something to like collect them. And I was like, that seems fun to me. All of them seem fun. You're making a face.
I'm thinking logistics wise.
Yeah.
Right? Brevity's sake as well. Right? I think what we should do is the first thing you said, where we collaborate and we talk. I don't mind taking notes, even though I do want to say no because you told me to.
That's fair. You can. It won't matter. You're still going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
No, just kidding. Let me ask, because there's trauma wrapped up in you being told to write notes. Would you be fine? Would you be fine writing notes for this? You do them so good. And that sounded like I was being sarcastic, but I actually meant you do them so good.
I do honestly appreciate, one, that you remember the disrespect that I've been through, but also that you chose to ask. I will do them, and I will feel happy about it now.
Okay, good.
But I'm going to be honest with you guys. This sounds like we need 2 parts to do this justice. Because doing it in the parts where, like, I want to see at age 9, at 10 years later, and then, like, the development of it, right? And I feel like we could, like, get the gist of it down now, just orally write notes, and then we could come back with even more research done after time. So my vote is for the first thing you said.
And the third thing.
And the third thing.
Porque no los all.
Actually,
Well,
I'm still
don't
taking
follow.
notes like you said in the second thing. So I vote for all three.
Porque no todo. Yes, why not?
Porque no los todo?
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 Don't say Toto. Toto makes me think of the dog. But yes,
Okay.
all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jane, how do you feel about that?
This is your story.
Yeah.
We also can't force you to come back.
That's true.
I think maybe
we could trick you into coming back.
yes.
We'll give you potato tacos.
Okay, I'm sold. I think I'm down for that. I think 10 years gap might be a lot. I think maybe if we do like, so my grandma passed away when I was like 11-ish, 11 or 12. And I feel like that was also kind of the age where I was starting to get more of a sense of like really wanting to like have an identity and feel like that like, you know, when you're going to middle school,
Yeah.
it's like I want an identity, but I feel like it's so hard to find my identity, and I feel like that's a good starting point. And then it'd be kind of cool, like maybe like what if we did like high school and then like young adult.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's interesting.
I think when I think about it from like a developmental standpoint, right? That age of like identity finding, I love seeing that age, that story told out. And then like the high school where there's still some of that, you're still like unsure, and then young adulthood. But I really want to see this person like in the height of their power. I don't know if that happens in young adulthood, right? And also, we don't have to write this story because it's your story. But I want to see the development, and then I want to see like this bad AMF. Oh my God, what is going on? Right? Like,
She's always like, yeah. But the big bada boom.
I do have a problem. I need to slow down sometimes.
You're fine.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. It's like, it pushes you to be like, oh, that could be interesting. That
But
would be bad.
I do need to slow down so that we can enjoy the other pieces.
Yeah.
Right? So, yes. Okay, yes.
Okay.
So I want a summary of what we're doing.
Okay.
Right now we are going to create like the outline of our story or the things that we want to see, or we're basically going to dream together, right? I'm going to take the notes on it, and then whatever we come up with today, will be the beautiful base of future stuff. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
Okay. So we're going to take a quick little transition where we're going to get computers, at least for you. I think also for us, just for research purposes.
Yeah.
And we will see you in a moment.
Ta-da!
Transition.
That one was closer to unified.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think there are a lot of different ways that we can do this. Everybody, I didn't test to see if you would see me when I was leaning here, but we'll just go with it, and hopefully I'm not cut off, so because this is comfortable. All right. Okay, so hi, we're back. Didn't say that. Hello.
I'm prepared.
We all have computers up, and we're going to figure out how we're going to do this. So, this is going to be the interesting part, because we all tell stories differently. We all like format things differently. So my brain, where I want to be in, and this does not mean it's the right place, right? It just means that I need therapy, is in the sad part. Because all of this gift, this inheritance comes from a very sad thing, right? And so my brain, yes, finger in my face.
Does it have to be sad?
No, we can all
Right,
be
like-
very happy that grandma has gone.
No, like here's the thing. No, like the death of grandma is sad.
Yes.
I don't want to cheapen that at all.
Okay.
Right? That is sad, right?
Yes.
But not all cultures look at death the same way.
That's fair.
Some people look at it as like a happy passing or whatever.
That's true.
And then the passing of the power, like, is it an anticipated thing? Is it a thing or is it unexpected?
So, like, okay, kind of a thought that I had. My grandma, like, intentionally, like, whitewashed us, right? Like, and, like, drawing from that experience, like, why would, like, in a fantasy world, like, if she had, like, an incredible source of power, why would she pass that on to the most whitewashed of all of her grandchildren? Obviously, she's trying to hide it. And, like, hoping that if like the Vietnameseness is gone, maybe it's not gonna work.
Is
so, like,
power dangerous?
So maybe it was like, sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but like, so maybe it was like, regardless, like, it's a tradition. This has to be passed down. Like, there is not a thing. It can't just be like, and we left it to become the Jumanji board game somewhere. It's like, it has to be passed down. And I'm going to skip all of the children, all of those in my bloodline who might activate it, and give it to the one who it could die with. Which, wow, Grandma, I'm not special at all. Thanks, Grandma. No, but like that, is that the kind of the vibe that you're going, or because that's what it sounded like to me. Not the thanks, Grandma part, but the stuff before it.
Yeah, like okay. I think this power needs to be like, it has to be passed on, but like maybe there's someone who's looking for, like, grandma's in hiding. Mm-hmm. My grandma came over as an immigrant when my mom was a teenager. Did she come over like to maybe in America, like I can get away from whatever these creatures from mythology are?
Yeah.
And then like maybe if I go with the whitest kid we got, they won't know it's her because she doesn't look Vietnamese.
I also think like this changes the reason for the whitewashing, because I mean, I'm sure even when it was happening, it was for protection.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How do I make sure that you are like accepted and can integrate into this culture, right? But now it's like, oh no, for your life.
So it's protection no matter what. I like that it's being think of a better word, Jessica. The intentional whitewashing, the hurt of that, was always with the intention of protection, despite the hurt that came from it. Mm-hmm. And so that translating into this fantasy of the intent was always protection, even though hurt came from it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't make it right, but...
But I mean, it was like for her, like in real life, like my grandmother doing this was an act of love for her children.
Yes, absolutely. We're not denying that.
Yeah.
And I like, it doesn't make it right, but it doesn't make it wrong. Like, it's one of those things where like, I don't get to choose the morality of you surviving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though like, I don't like, because I like different cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the erasure of anything.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
I love that you said survivor, because like when we talk about my grandma to this day, like the one thing that we think of, she was a survivor. Like she did what she could tooth and nail, like to make sure that she lived and her kids like had the best that she could get them, even if it meant so much hurt.
Yeah.
What's Vietnamese for survivor?
Google, because I unfortunately do not speak that language.
Người sống sót.
Người sống sót.
Người sống sót.
Người sống sót.
Oh, tones.
Yep, it's got to go up. Sót.
Because like, this is where like, how do we turn that into a name? If we're going...
Yeah, because we don't want to
Yeah.
use your grandma's actual name.
Yeah.
But I like that grandma character is survivor. What?
Sorry, this is just my brain. But like, grandma would try to choose, this grandma would try to choose a white passing name, and I just my words like Susie for survivor.
Oh.
I love it. I mean, my grandma in real life did pick an American name for herself.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Susie? How do you spell Susie?
S-U.
I really like how you wrote it though.
Okay.
The way that you spelled it was like Suez.
Suez. I'm dyslexic. It looks right to me. Don't ever trust me. I was like, that looks good to me. I don't know what the red squiggles are.
I knew not to trust you. I was like, Jane, please.
Okay, here are the questions I now have. Was this passed on to you, to main character, whose name we are going to make? I was going to say Jane, because Jane Doe. Just like holding name. Okay, passed on before Grandma Susie passed and it was just like, here's your thing? Or and then it didn't activate until she was gone? Or was it like in a will? Because then my question is like, how many other grandchildren, that's not something that needs to be on the page, but this is a thing that my brain does where it's just kind of like, okay, well, if she's like, this person got grandma's good plates, this one got grandma's good jewelry, this one got all of her plants,
And
I have a rock.
Secret
I
magical.
think if we're gonna go like I don't know if this is other Vietnamese families' experience. My family's experience was like when grandma passed, some stuff was designated to people, some stuff wasn't, and the stuff that wasn't, like, people were like actively to this day are still kind of fighting over. Like, there's a teapot that they have to get together every so often to transfer, otherwise they're really big feelings. Like,
I want this teapot. I want this teapot.
I had my mom describe it recently, like, so that, like, if something happens, I can look for it.
Yeah, I just need to see this teapot.
It's really cool. It's got, like, a dragon, like, handle that becomes the spout.
Yeah, I want that teapot.
Yeah,
I would have big
so
feelings.
cool.
I would have big
People
feelings.
would have big feelings.
I still have the teapot you gave me. I don't even use it because I'm scared of Ray breaking it. I'm so scared. And it just sits so pretty. I'm good. Yeah, so I would have big feelings.
Yeah, he's like, oh, well, I'm giving the teapot.
I think, like, I feel like it would be more dramatic in the family if it was like this happened after grandma passes and everybody's already got like the heightened feelings of like, but that teapot and that plate, but what about the rooster china? Like, everybody's already like high tensions in the family, and then it's like, and what? She gave that necklace to you? Like there's gonna be some auntie with like big feels.
Absolutely big feels. Okay. So I guess I don't want to say the story starts off. But
if we're writing a book,
yeah. So that's
I
brain
started
is like,
at the funeral.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And so I like, the thing is, like, when I'm writing things that are long form, I do it different, but it's like, this is a moment. I'm writing a moment right here. Mm-hmm. And that is going to help us feel better about how we are putting and choosing to put things in, us being me. Mm-hmm. And so we're starting at the funeral, and the end point, which we're not there yet, is probably going to be like leaving with the thing in hand. Mm-hmm. And something. My brain is like, and then this, and this, and this, and this. Okay, so do we know? I think there was a really good question of like, if we're going off of your experience, what was the funeral like? Or is it more traditionally? Because here's the thing that we're learning, right, is Grandma Susie intentionally whitewashed her children, but she was not that. So would she want a more traditional Vietnamese send off, or would she want it to be staunchly American? My brain is like, that's the first time we're saying American, but we are like, it's in the States. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. And so that's an interesting thing as well, because then, like, one is we're researching what that might look like. And the other is like, well, all her kids only know this kind, so this is what they give for her.
I think for a few reasons. I think she would want a more American funeral. Mm-hmm. I think partially what you said about like making it easier on her children. Like, this is what I gave to you to know.
Yeah.
I will let you do it your way.
Yeah.
But I think also, like, I think even in death, she wouldn't want to be found. Like, if she is hiding from something, she doesn't want to suddenly be like, all right, and then back to the, like, where I was before. Like, she's still trying to hide, still trying to protect her family because the power is still there somehow, and probably doesn't want to draw too much attention to it. But I could see, like, so part of Vietnamese funerals is the traditional thing, you wear white to a funeral, whereas the American thing is to wear black. And, like, I feel like almost kind of like because, like, okay, being a lit major, I think, like, in, like, symbolic gestures, like, that's why I got so excited about, like, the yellow wallpaper from episode 1, like, just making it electric, like but like just like those like little symbols that like communicate something bigger. And like, what if at the funeral, like the, you know, like the Jane kind of character, what if we like Vietnamesify and colored like Jade?
Like it?
I get called Jade on like, you know, Starbucks and everything all the time. But what if like she and like her family shows up dressed in like traditional black, and there are people at the funeral who are like maybe grandma's friends and like other family members have shown up wearing the Vietnamese white.
Yeah.
And like, okay, like what if I'm just like there feeling so out of place? Like,
yeah.
I'm in black. I'm like, now that we're here realizing like we should be in white, like would that have been the right thing to do?
I love that. I now have a question of how much, because Jade's family has arrived all in black as what is traditional, is what their mom wants, but how much at the age of 11 or 12 is Jade, as the age of trying to like feel herself out and find out, how much has she been looking on her own for these things? Like, was she beforehand like, we should go in white, but mom would never go for that, and we show up and I was like, I know we should go in white? Or like how, like, is there anything on the slide where she's just like, my grandma hates it and won't talk to me about it, my mom just does, she speaks it but she won't speak it to me, and I'm not really in, like, what can I find out about it? Like my cousin here, because here's the thing, sorry, I want you to answer that question, but just as a like kind of connection piece, like when I was growing up, I was called the whitewashed one. People would call me Sally. They would. You got so mad at that. I'm so sorry.
I don't know the significance of that, so I'm just like
it's
here
fine.
nodding and smiling.
No, it's fine. It's just rude. It's just rude. It's just rude. It's just in general, right? And my response to that a lot is like, I'm black. I can do that. Like, there's even growing up, right? Like being an adult, there's definitely been times when I've been an adult in the working world where someone who was not black would say, I'm blacker than you, because it's fine.
Brittany is about to take someone down.
I've experienced that, and I'm like, no, you're more ratchet.
There's difference.
Me being intelligent doesn't make me less black. I will hurt you.
Yes, but like the responses that we have to that as children and as adults are different, right? So, and I'm not saying that that's what she is, but my question is, because I was like, oh, if it was me, I probably would do some stuff on the side to be like, well, how do I like tap into these things? Because all my cousins are apparently black and I'm missing that. So what do I need to do? What knowledge do I need to gain so that I'm more black, right? And if you're like, oh, if Jade is like, my cousins are saying that I'm the whitest of all of them, if that's just accepted in my family, well, how do I become more ingratiated with my family, a group I'm supposed to be a part of that they are separating me out of? Like, do I learn more about X, Y, and Z? And this is about the character. I'm not talking about you. You can, if you want to, feed all that information in, but you also can be like, oh, fantasy.
Yeah. I think like after, I feel like this funeral would kind of be like a starting point for that. Okay. Like like after this, like wanting to like, I think this experience of like visually and physically like feeling out of place would make her want to know more. And like part of it is like the ironic tragedy of like, well, grandma's gone now and now I want to know, but like everyone who has knowledge, like mom doesn't want to talk about this. Like how do I figure this out from here? I feel like that's kind of like the trajectory, like the after the funeral kind of like next parts. Like I feel like that's where she's going. Okay. Back to thinking about like, because I think like you'd started it asking about like, okay, like would she have done something to like, if she knew about the like wearing all white, would she have done something? And I think she would have. So I feel like to make this an even more uncomfortable situation because like
she just shows up and doesn't even know, and suddenly are surrounded by white.
To do a very like Asian mom thing, Mom tells her as they're walking up to it.
Girl. Oh, man. Oh, by
So
the way,
there's
everyone else is going to be in white.
Yeah, and like maybe mom's wearing like half white, like kind of like, you know, business professional, like white top, black.
That's so annoying.
And then like, yeah.
As your adult daughter, that's so annoying.
As a teenager, just like the uncomfortableness of like, if only I had known. Like,
Yeah.
and just like, because you internalize that as like a young teen, and like suddenly that is all you can think about.
Ooh, that's annoying.
I want to see that scene.
Yeah.
This isn't the scene that we're gonna write because we want to write the scene about the. I mean, we could write. Should we just write a book?
Define we.
Where's here right now?
So this is the podcast now, guys. I've hijacked it.
Every time we have Jane on, we do more chapters.
That's how I secure myself a recurring role.
But no, like, because I know the scene that we want to write is the, oh wow, the passing on of this power
Object, yeah.
Object. It's an object that comes with a power, or is it like you realize the power is in you and then people know, or
So, like, I feel like it's maybe there's like this like necklace or something.
I literally was looking
that
traditional.
has like a little like dragon or something on it.
That's fair. I
Yeah.
literally Googled traditional Vietnamese bracelet, spelled Bracelt, and Google me what I was asking.
See, Google was designed with the dyslexics in mind.
No AI.
go, Google.
No AI popped up because I spelled it very wrong. But I have a Argawood bracelet. I don't know if that's actually tradition or not, but
So those would be that would be kind of more like countryside.
Okay.
I feel like if it's something nicer that like would be passed on, it would be because the wood would degrade over time.
Fair.
But like if something was jade,
yeah.
like actually like made out of jade, like that would.
So like a jade
pass
bangle or a jade beaded bracelet, or did you want a necklace? Because my brain is, I would like something that like could have carvings in it. Would be nice. Like, so when I saw the wood, I was like, oh, if you're like, there's like a dragon carved on, like maybe like
the
an
wood is
insignia.
supposed to degrade over time? Why hasn't it?
That also is really
That could
cool.
be cool.
And I like the idea of having like each bead is carved with what would be a representative of one of these beings, these creatures, these Vietnamese cryptids, these stories, just as like as a I don't know.
Okay, well, as you were
My brain just
talking,
went Ben
I
10.
found this, which is like
Okay,
a
yeah.
bunch of like charms, like
Okay, I just got
from mythology.
an image in my head because that looks like a pendant that would hang on a necklace, right?
Yeah.
And having like a bunch of the different beasts on it, it would be like a lot, right? A lot of, but I mean, we could make them interlocking chains, right? Where they would go around, or it's a necklace with like a simple gold pendant,
Kind of like
That-
like that or something.
like that, but it changes.
Ooh.
I love that. Okay.
Yeah, because like I love that the one that you found has like the gold on top of it, and so
Yeah,
suddenly it's
so
a
it's
different
jade
shape,
and
and it's
gold.
like it's maybe a subtle shift. People don't always notice unless they're like looking at it.
Yeah.
But like yeah.
That's really cool. It almost like a warning of a thing that is near, or like if sorry, my brain, we have to absolutely look into like the folklore, because my brain is like in some lore just kind of like, oh yeah, these creatures can hide as human, but they're not. And if it's like something like, I'm standing next to you and it's like, oh, your necklace changed to this thing, it's like, oh, that person is really and I don't know that fits with the lore, but I was like, oh, that'd be interesting.
I would want like the necklace to change, but I would want you to feel the change happening, because like the power is in you. It was passed down or whatever, but it's your power, so you feel it happening. And then like, but this is one of the subtle outward signs that was showing the magic of the necklace.
I like that.
I also like that. I will 100% say it does make me think of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the original movie that was really bad, which she knew vampires were close because she would get menstrual cramps.
Oh,
We're not gonna make it menstrual cramps.
Oh no!
She was like, I have to stay out late, kill things, and I'm just cramping all the time. And I was like, yeah, that sucks. Sorry. So that's how it is. But the idea that like you feel something in you, and it is the outward thing that you're. It's not cramps, which would be awful for an 11 or 12-year-old child.
I was thinking like a warmth.
Warmth is also good,
right? Like
as long as she doesn't live in Florida.
Or like, what if each like one of the different faces, like there's a different feeling associated with them.
Oh, that could be good because especially if. Oh, okay. I wonder. I don't know about Vietnamese culture.
Me neither.
So we need to look it up.
Unfortunately, neither do I, because whitewashing.
I want to know what the creatures are associated with. Because like in some cultures, like this is like an animal that represents anger or death or whatever. And so when this one is around, suddenly you're just really irritated. And then when this one's around, you're like afraid. Like, oh, wait, what is this extra fear coming from? And so it's tied to, which would be highly inconvenient. Because you're like sitting there taking the test and you're like, I'm pissed. Also, suddenly I have a dread of mortality. What is going on? Oh no, during my final, guys?
I just want you to know, if she doesn't figure this out, whenever, because she won't figure it out immediately, someone's just be like, oh, it's just mood swings, baby. I'm a mood swing you!
So, okay, I want to get down, like, our storyline. I know we're not writing the funeral right now, but the funeral was, like, backstory to the passing of the items, right? Reading of the will, giving of the things, whatever the case may be, right?
I know for us, my grandma lived in a different part of the state. So, like, we had to travel, and it was, like, I don't remember everything, but I remember spending, like, a good chunk of time there. So it's probably, like, all the family is kind of together for, like, a week or so.
Which, that makes sense. I would think if we were writing this book, it would open with the funeral. But I think the part that we will probably end up writing will open at the reading of the will the next day or something else, right? Like, so we are at the reading of the will, and this time Jade is dressed in white, and everybody else is in a bunch of different colors, but she's like, it's late, but I'm doing it.
I love that.
And like in that, as they're going through, she's like not really listening because she doesn't really understand. She pays attention when people start fighting over a teapot, and she doesn't get it, and then she sees the teapot and she's like, I get it, mom, take it home. and then she hears her name and she's like, that's confusing, but okay. And she gets it, and it's a bracelet or a necklace. It's a necklace that is the one that we saw for an 11-year-old is somewhere in the States. It's a lot. So she's probably gonna be like, I'm not gonna wear this to school.
Yeah.
That's weird. Thanks, Grandma. And but like it's very much probably like, put it on right now. Put it on right now. What are you doing? This was an honorable thing, and so she's gonna like put it on for the rest of the day because that's what she was asked to, and that's when she starts to have like fluctuating feelings and stuff or things like that. I don't know.
I feel like, so definitely part of this is there's going to be an argument about whether or not she should even like get the necklace. Like, I know that this was in the will, but like, I don't think she should have it. Like, maybe this was something that like grandma would like wear on like special occasions, or like something that she like didn't take off. Like, this was like her necklace, and like maybe like there are different children who are like, oh, like I remember when I was little, like I tried to call dibs on it, like or like, oh, maybe, well, why is it being given to her? There's an older cousin, like it should go to one of our older cousins. She already has jewelry that would match. Like, I feel like there needs to be a whole like family argument. And I feel like if there's been a family argument, she's not going to want to wear it. She's going to want to hide that.
Okay.
Which is in line with Grandma's plan.
I love that. Okay, so I'm going to say a thing and you can veto it. It was just a thought that happened. I want the whole fight to happen. I want everybody to have these things. And then, like, the solicitor, whoever's being like, hi, it was already mailed to your address. So it's not here. Because, like, the idea in my head is, like, it wouldn't be just sitting somewhere. Like, grandma would have it, like, if I'm gone, this has to go to the next person soon or else, ... We don't know. Because we haven't decided that. And it's already been mailed. And it's like, you're fighting about it. It's at their house, in their mailbox already. So you're like, go ahead, say what you want to say, cute girl.
Oh, thank you. You could have said annoying. Okay, here's the thing. Because if I need to make sure this gets to you, is grandma trusting a mail service?
That's fair.
Here's the thing.
That's very fair.
Who is the trusted person who will deliver it for her? Are they in on the secret? Does the whole family know about the powers?
Okay, I have to look up familiars now.
That would be very fun. I don't know if that is
I
like,
don't
a
Google
good
it.
thing.
I don't
I
think-
feel
I
like
don't-
we can't do it unless it's Vietnamese.
It's not right. We can't.
I feel like between now and like whenever we have another episode, I need to just be doing a lot of Vietnamese research.
So here's the thing. I don't know if familiar, but a secret helper? Is this someone who... Oh, sorry.
Okay, no. What you said gave me an idea.
Oh.
Okay, so like earlier I'd said like at the funeral, like there are some of grandma's friends. What if like there's like some old man who like has a like maybe he has like a bracelet or like a suit cuff or something, or like a necklace that is the same. Or like similar in some way. She like clocks like who he is, like notices who he is, like during the funeral. What if the solicitor is just like, everybody get out, like I'm done with you all, you will like
The reading is done, leave.
yeah. And it's like, so they're like arguing about it, but then it's like, okay, where is the necklace, like who has it? And they can't even figure out where the necklace is. He shows up like sometime later and is like, I'm gonna like sit and have tea with everybody, and then like secretly like slide through a package.
Don't take packages from strange people, kids.
I want to know the history of this man.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
that's cool.
That's for book 2.
That's for book 2. No, that's really good. So there's at the reading of the will, Jade is bequeathed the necklace, and this causes a huge fight. Right? Should go to older cousin. The aunts wanted it. I've wanted that since I was 5 years old. And now you get it? No. And so they're all kicked out. And then at tea, she's passed a package by a mysterious man who has similar markings on his jewelry, clothing, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that was just...
You
that
got really excited when we were talking about familiar...
Oh, yeah, sorry. There was just like the 4 sacred animals that are often seen as spirit leaders or like spirit things, but it's like along like a dragon, a Chinese unicorn, a turtle, or a phoenix. And the turtle is the only one that is less conspicuous. Just like 3 weeks after you're home from the funeral, a turtle shows up like, I've been walking the whole time. Take this blasted necklace. It's strapped to my belly. It itches. Sorry, don't do that. I just thought that was fun.
I like this character. If we do an animated version. And you'll have to voice it just like that.
Okay. So what I was hearing, not what I was hearing, it makes me think of, this is grandma's passing this down, but it is a society. Like the
what
Lotus.
Okay, thoughts, because now we've got 4 sacred creatures to work with.
Yes.
Like, what if it's a channeling of one of those? Like each of them channel a different one of those
There's only
creatures.
4.
Yeah.
There's only 4 of these people.
In the whole wide world.
And one of them has been missing for a very long time she's been in hiding.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So now I have questions about grandma. Okay, the story is now we're doing stuff, but we got to find out like, why did grandma leave Why?
Well, also,
This is
what was
such
her
an
job?
important-
Is she supposed to be like a protector,
Yeah.
a hider of something? What happened? Did she fall out? Did one of the other like sacred guiding people become evil? Like, what is going on?
I almost want to like, I don't know, like it could be a number of things. The reasons that someone would leave a thing, it could be like cliche, like I fell in love with a non-sacred. I wanted to move out and do something different. It could be like I saw the hurt in the world and I couldn't heal it, and I decided to stop trying to. And I think it also depends on like what story we're sitting, but it's just like that's such a big. There are 4 in the world. The word sacred is a big word, and if
So-
we're walking away from that, why?
If we go with what we said before, where the entire intent of this person is surviving and protecting, right? There must have been a threat gravely either to her and or her family,
Yeah.
right? And so it's like, I can stay here and fight possibly an unwinnable fight and lose my entire family, or I can keep these people safe.
Yeah. I feel like there has to be like that level
Absolutely.
threat.
I do have a question then about not your grandma, but Susie, grandma. When did she meet her husband and get married? Because she moved from Vietnam to the States. So she already had the family? Question mark. So that's sorry, you know who I am. Where I'm like, if you're going to put something, my brain is going to have
needs to
pause
put
it a
in
lot. It
logical
has
order.
to, even if
Yeah.
we're dealing with magic, it has to be logical for me. I'm like, okay, which it could be 100% that it's like there was this family is a second family, and she lost most of her first family and only came out with her first daughter, who's the only one who still speaks. Sorry, I'm a sad
Yeah.
person. We don't need to do that.
So okay,
Really sad.
that would be very sad.
Oh,
So
wow.
part of what made like I know that you weren't asking specifically about my family, but like I feel like some of this could like lead into part of what made my grandma a survivor is her first 3 kiddos all had different dads, and it was like she was with someone who would kind of be a stepping block to help her at the time. She already had like kids, and then the last man she married and had her last few kids with was, he can get me to America.
okay.
And it was like, but she already had kids that she needed to protect. And I think like, and this was also on the brink of the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
So my grandma was preemptively fleeing war.
Yeah.
This fictional grandma, like, if we do it in a more modern setting, then she isn't fleeing a war of like
we don't
countries.
know how old grandma is.
But she's fleeing some other sort of like spiritual mythological danger that is like war level status for her.
Ideas.
Yes.
One, the question, how old is grandma? Does this power, kind of like the ring,
Extend your life.
extend your life? 2, these relationships where she has children and then has to protect them. Is it like, this is the relationship that I was in that I had to do to be undercover, to live as like regular human? Or is it, I was able to live my life and like be in love, because it doesn't have to be like a 1-for-1, right? I was able to be in love, and then the work that I do or this magic that I hold killed them. I had my child and then it killed my love. Devastated.
Yeah.
I find a love. Killed, or let me protect this one, or killed, and then I find another one and God dang it, not again. Right? We're leaving.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's too much. I don't want to lose another love or my children.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like that kind of like heightens for her the like if she has seen like damage done to those in her family, like kind of like think of every like superhero movie where it's like, oh, like Spider-Man, I'm gonna go after Mary Jane, like no, you can't, it's Mary Jane. Like if they, I think at some point in time, like Mary Jane does get killed off in that series, right? And like that is the ultimate damage for Spider-Man.
Yeah, depending on which series you're talking about.
Yeah, there's many Spider-Verses. But I think like all of that would kind of give her that heightened sense of fear. Like if she has known loss, especially multiple times, like there's a point where like as much good as you're doing in the world, if it is causing you that amount of damage, like you're going to pull away from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, yeah.
Say it again. Okay, I love that as backstory, and that helps me. Like thinking of the story thing, I think that probably all Jade knows is that Grandma lived in Vietnam. She had a life before Vietnam. She had a child that she lost, and she was able to move to the States, and she fell in love with my grandpa. And that's the story she's told, because it's like, keep us close to the truth without, not a child, a love. My God.
Yeah.
Sorry, my love.
I like the idea. Sorry, this is getting granular into the who was lost and what happens. I like the idea she meets a man, falls in love, has a baby, maybe 2 babies, right? 2 babies. She has babies. It has to be 2 babies, right? She has 2 babies. Husband dies, devastated.
Yeah.
Somehow still moving forward, working, because I have to protect my 2 babies. I have this work to do. I'm doing it, and then loses one of her babies, and then is like, no. Never again.
Yeah.
Moves to States, finds man and then moves to States, or moves to States, finds man.
I feel like this grandma with this power can move on her own.
Okay.
And because I think it might be, you can do whatever you want. Sorry, that my brain was like,
again,
I think that
again, I'm just throwing ideas.
Yeah, but my brain is like the trauma of having lost the man you loved and then lost one of your children. I'm not ready to be in another relationship quite yet. I'm gonna move by myself. I'm powerful.
Here's the other thing. Like, powerful in magic, but you still have to navigate society. And as a Vietnamese woman, I don't know what moving and owning property and stuff like that at this time period is like there. Because in the States, you couldn't have your own bank account until what, 1958, right? So does she have the power? She has power, but does she have the social power, the social allowance to move on her own, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like just knowing what I know of Vietnamese and Asian culture, like, it's really hard to do on your own. Like, my grandma did have a little bit of social power. She did own her own restaurant, and, like, she was considered to be a pretty powerful woman while she was there.
Yeah.
But, like, there was a lot that went into helping her get there.
Because I would love to, like, idolize or pretty up the picture of I get to move and then I find my love and it, like, happens naturally. But I feel like more realistic and more complex is I lost my love and then I lost my baby and then I have to find somebody to get me out of here, and maybe we found love together.
I like that. And I'm going to respond to it. Let me just really quick, I fact checked myself. Bank accounts women gained the right in 1960 to have them, but it wasn't until 1974 where it was voted that we couldn't be discriminated against when we tried to open them.
Got it.
74.
Got it.
It's my money, dude. Okay, so the other thing, I hear you, and I think that's definitely a viable way. My brain is saying if there are 4 people who represent, this is a completely different place we get. If there are 4 people who represent the 4 sacred animals, I almost said beasts, to me that sounds like a family because it keeps being passed down. So, like, I'm not gonna say a clan, but like
1 family or 4 families?
4, right? So the idea that, like, whatever the rights and things that a woman could, she is a woman in a place of power. So in my mind, because of how these are set up, right? And my brain is now like, her family has to be looking for her. The people like she's like, this is my family, the family I built. And maybe it was like, I love this man and I'm having family with him and it's great. But maybe my family, who has eons and eons and eons of protecting,
If we
don't
kill
care for
off
this guy.
her whole line, the power comes back to us. Is she being hunted by her own family? I don't like that.
I don't like that. But I am saying, like, I think that there will probably be systems in place that she would have. There is far more that Jade has no idea. There's a reason we fled. Yes, it was war. Depending on the time period. If it is after the Vietnam War and stuff, like, I think there are still times when, like, oh, well, let's go and visit. Let's see the places I came from. If she's staunchly like, no, she's not. She's avoiding, obviously, the very big magical thing, but something else. Like, I cannot go to that land. I cannot hide as well there. If I step foot on that land itself, my family will know where I am, kind of thing. And I think that it's probably like all of the magic that you're being able to see things and interact with things that you didn't even know existed, plus an entire family that's like, you took our inheritance to a foreign nation and left us without a pillar in our nation. Punishment must be had. But even not that, like, I think that, I guess my whole brain was like, she had to have some kind of resources if she was like, I'm getting away. For this, and Grandma Susie. Like,
Okay, thoughts. Okay, first, I really love this because I feel like the conversation you're already having about like all of the aunties and cousins and uncles and everybody fighting over like, should she even get the necklace, is kind of like a like small scale like echoing of the
big ones
bigger
that they don't even
sibling
realize.
drama of like who gets to have this power, do you get to take it other places? And then what if, okay, so like the old man that we like mentioned before, what if he is like great uncle? He is like, he's got some sort of like protective power about him. Maybe he's like the turtle. I don't know. I need to get to know these characters better. But
turtle's
he is,
back.
He's the only, because what happens from experience with, my family and other families, usually like siblings kind of like group together and it's like, okay, like I'm on so-and-so's side. And then there's also that sibling who's like the go-between. Like, what if great uncle, the one who gives her the necklace, is like kind of the go-between guy? So he stayed in good terms with Susie and stayed, but like kind of did a double agent kind of way. Like, I'm gonna protect her and make sure that she can like live her life. Yeah. But like to the family be like, oh yeah, no, don't know anything about that.
Where could
like,
she have been?
Yeah.
I'm going to Mexico, guys. I like that. I like that it's like a microcosm of what's going to be bigger. And even the idea that as we move through this with this young girl who grows older, to be like, her response in the solicitor's office is to be very quiet and to be like, I don't even want this thing. I don't want to fight for this. I don't want to be the center of attention, to possibly being like later and in this being like, no, kind of thing.
I love a girl who learns boundaries.
Yeah.
Who learns to advocate for herself.
Who loves it.
But I don't know if that is her journey or not.
That's true.
Because
that doesn't necessarily happen.
Does she decide? Actually, no. And you can't find me just like you couldn't find my grandma.
Yeah. All these things are options. Too many options.
We need to, hold on.
We're going to end up wrapping up pretty soon. But
for note-taking purposes.
Yes.
We have uncle, and I have a note there and I can write more there, right? Are we deciding that the 4 sacred animals are all in one family or 4?
I feel like it's one of those things where it was like generations back, they were the 4. And then like kind of the way like over time, like each one went and had their own family. And like, so there's like a line where it's been passed down.
Okay. So like they're all cousins.
Yeah.
Distant.
It's like you're my great distant second 500 times removed. Cousin.
And then the other thing is, as we were talking about, okay, there's these we never decided what the threat was, right? Because we know that the family is upset that she's leaving. And I'm guessing the family in America doesn't know how big really the thing is in Vietnam is, right? So family is upset. Family is another thing that's looking for grandma, but is family the threat?
I feel like there should be some other external thing.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like I want to know a little bit more about Vietnamese mythology.
Yeah.
Oh, before we...
Yeah.
Pin that down.
Because, like, I could see, like, these 4 sacred animals being established as protectors of the land. And, like, it causes disruption. Like, it disrupts the balance when, like, one of them's not there to, like, help protect. And because they each have their own ways of protecting. And I feel like for this to be something that was coming after Susie, and like actively destroying her family, like I feel like there's something that's probably going after their families as well. But they've just made
probably
different
Yeah,
choices.
I think when we like do research, a good place to start is Vietnamese creation stories, because creation stories will usually give you a thread.
Oh, they got it. I do know that one.
Okay.
It's a really cool creation
Let's do it right now.
So there were 2 people. There was this man who was like the son of a dragon princess. So he's like part dragon. And he comes from the sea because dragons live in the sea. I think hold on. I actually think the website I had open just a minute ago had, okay, here it is. Okay. I will not say any of their names because I need to look it up.
Understood.
Okay, he is like the son of a dragon princess. He was super strong, and he was like protecting the land against foreign threats, taught people how to grow rice, came on to the land and was like helping the people, being a really good, awesome guy. And then he falls in love with this like mountain fairy, like this woman who is like descendant of the fairies of the mountains, because Vietnam is like sea and mountains and just like a mountain ridge on the sea. And they gave birth to 100 children, like 100 eggs that hatched. 50 of them were female, 50 were male. And eventually, the man felt a strong calling to return to the sea, and they kind of just had like a like super amicable divorce, and they went their separate ways, each of them taking 25 girls and 25 boys with them. And that's why the Vietnamese people are of the mountains and of the sea. Like, something that I was reading earlier was saying that the ones who returned to the sea became like the merfolk and things like that. And all of the sea creatures.
And the ones in the mountains became humans?
Were the humans out. But they're like, it's taught, at least according to this, it's used to teach kids that all Vietnamese people are one big family, promoting like social unity. So,
Okay.
which foreign... There, it was 25, 25, 25, 25.
Yeah.
Split 4 ways.
Yeah.
Okay, a guy and a girl of the sea, a guy and a girl of the land, of the mountains.
Yes. We'll do research.
Yes.
I love that, like, one, I like to learn about different cultures. So I love that this is, like, a thing that we get to do. But then I love that, like, Jane, you get to...
I know, like, this is so exciting for me because, like, this is just something, this is, like, just as, like, this character is, like, going on a journey to, like, understand their culture, like, I feel like this is a way for me to do that.
Yeah.
Because this is something that, like, wasn't passed down.
Yeah.
I missed out on all of that. I missed out on my bedtime story.
You were robbed. I mean, and it was for protection.
It was all done out of love.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But also...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, We learn.
We can learn how to say Vietnamese names together.
We can.
Yes.
Oh, actually, my
I'll
phone's
try
gonna
real
record.
hard. I can't say English names half the time.
English is really difficult. Okay, guys, we are going to end up wrapping it up here. But this has been a bunch of fun. I'm really excited to like have a plan of what we're going to do, like what we're going to research, what we're going to bring here next time, and even thinking through like how we want to get these moments down, right? And honestly, I'm kind of excited that like even if we only do this for a couple of episodes, like as us, like I feel like you're gonna write this, like, you know, like this is like a project to take on, to be really excited about, to do more research, to learn more things, to delve into a part of you that you never have been able to.
If you don't write this book, I'm not your friend anymore.
Okay, this is what I get for showing up on a writing show. I have to write a novel, you guys.
Hi, I'm not setting the standard for anyone who shows up that's gonna happen, but it might. Don't
For everybody, run, be prepared.
come in.
Also, I might need you to write 3 novels. This might need to be...
I feel like, so this is now like full on like Percy Jackson. Like, this is like Vietnamese, like Percy Jackson is what we're doing now.
So I never read Percy Jackson. Oh no, I'm sorry.
I love Percy Jackson. It's so well done.
But if Percy Jackson is like this, then I'm in.
The book is about 12-year-olds.
I feel like what they do with Percy Jackson could actually really work, because what they do is they like take the Greek myths and kind of like do like kind of like a modern twist on them. Like, what would they be like in modern day? Oh, this Greek myth, well, now it's in like a department store. What does that look like? Like Medusa in the department store. Like,
yeah, where they turn into mannequins.
Yeah. So, you know, like, it's kind of fun things, and like able to like take some of those like yucky themes, or not yucky, but like the themes that don't sit well in modern culture anymore, and twist it in a way that like, okay, like we're not just talking about like how like every woman is just there to have a baby. Like, that's not the theme, especially because it was written for like kids and teenagers. Like turning it into something that is much more like socially acceptable in today's culture, like but like making it fun and believable, like how things have, so it'd be fun to kind of like do something kind of like what they did without, you know, ripping off Percy Jackson.
It'll be fun. I'm excited to see where this goes and how we write it. I will say, writing for me, as like anyone younger than about 20, is going to be interesting. But we're just going to not pretend that.
That's why we've got us.
Which is great. Correct all my language.
We can use a lot of like my lived experience and like this will be great. Trying to remember what it was like to be an awkward teenager. Awesome.
I'm only an
Those memories
adult.
we really want to read.
So I'm still awkward. I'm just not a teenager anymore. So I'm already there.
No, we just pretend we're not as awkward as we were then, but it's all just pretending.
Yep. No, I know I'm awkward. I just lean into it.
You make it cool.
Yeah. Falls out chair. Okay, but that is all we have for you today, background characters. Thank you so much for joining us as we built this tale together. If you want to hear more, you will be.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out off camera. We'll figure out when we're going to do this.
We gotta get schedules together.
Yes, absolutely. But we're glad that you were able to be here with us and give this a listen. I want to know in the comments if you feel if you have a culture that you are a part of but you were not a part of, or if anything in here like kind of like rang true for you as well. I think that's definitely something like I said for a moment, like I have an experience that is dissimilar but similar in ways. And I don't know, I think there's a lot of stories from the generations before us that they withheld from us that we kind of like wish we could have had a part of. And there's some stories they didn't withhold from us and we're like,
you can keep those.
You can keep those. But I don't know. This was just like a lot of fun. I'm excited to see what you guys think about it. I'm excited even more to see where we move forward with this. So yeah.
Bye guys.
Yeah. Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
It's been fun to laugh and play together.
1, 2, 3.